Gauri, thank you very much for having me on your show. You know what? When we look at the subject matter of the discussion here, you see, Kangana Ranaut, neither she represents the BJP, neither she represents the government. She's a Bollywood actress and is entitled to her own opinion. While Mr. Varun Gandhi is an MP, he's a BJP, but sure, he's not the official spokesperson of the BJP, neither of the government. Now, if any two persons have a difference of opinion on anything, that is their personal matter, and let them settle it on their own. So that getting it BJP or getting government entangled into it and starting a discussion will not be fair. Mr. Ranaut is entitled to our opinion, and so is Mr. Varun Gandhi. Let them have their own opinions. As simple as that. The point here is that we have to look at also some of the historical facts. We know in 1944, Quit India movement failed. We know there was a mutiny in 1946. We know what Azad Hind Fauj did. We know what people like Bhagat Singh did. We all respect them, appreciate them. They have all contributed to the freedom. So if two individuals have their own perception about it, I don't think it will be fair to drag the country into it and to start a discussion. But there are some historical facts which do suggest that towards the end of the freedom movement, the Congress was really dominant. It is the people like Bhagat Singh Ji, it is Subhash Babu, it's Azad Hind Fauj, and it's a lot of revolutionaries like Chandrasekhar Azad Ji and all who helped us to get the freedom. It was not the Congress party. And answering the second part, now, Mr. Salman, if the Congress thinks that, Kangana, Padam Shri and all should be taken back, what will you do with Mr. Salman Khurshid, who compares ISS and Boko Haram with Hindutva? Then all his entitlement should be taken back and he should be sent for a checkup. I mean, if that is the mindset which is prevailing here, all his awards and entitlements by that logic should go back, because he has been the External Affairs Minister of the Republic of India. I mean, Congress should start looking inside before they start pointing fingers to others.
Well, this is not about the Congress, Amit. It's in the media.
I think, Gauri, it would be ideal if Kangana Ranaut would be here and answer why did she make this statement, because it's very difficult for somebody to answer. But as the person is not here, but let's go into the merit of the argument. If we are discussing the issue, let's, what Nigam Saab rightly said, the points he made are very compelling. Let's go into the merit of the argument. If you look from 2014 to this date, the stature or the verchesva of India has elevated gradually at the world stage. If you look at economy, you look at defense production, you look at our all parameters, foreign exchange reserves, inflation, infant mortality rate, exports, I can name 25 things where the stature of India is elevated. So from my perspective, the stature of India definitely elevated after Prime Minister Modi took over. India became a global player. Just 5 days back, we announced 5 billion doses for COVID. We are the people who put China in their place. We have handled China, we have handled Pakistan, we have handled so many things. And there were a lot of things which were really going bad. We have handled NPS, we have handled economy. And we have gone through this COVID pandemic and come out of it. There were people and there were channels who got economists from US and they were telling how many million Indians will die. That never happened. So the stature of India definitely elevated, and that is what we should discuss. And when this discussion has started, that's why I made a very important point. Should we forget those heroes? Should we limit it only to a Nehru Gandhi Parivar? We should talk about all the people who have contributed, and their contributions have gone below the carpet. Why were Subhash Chandra Netaji's files classified? Why it took Prime Minister Modi to declassify his files? Why his whereabouts were never found? There are a lot of such things. I mean, for that matter, what happened to Mr. Shastri? Why his body was never post-mortem? There are a lot of things there are a lot of skeletons in the history which need to come out. So, and this perception, this notion that only one parivar or one family gave the freedom, that is completely wrong. The credit needs to be given equally to all whoever and whichever way they contributed. For example, look at Udham Singh. Udham Singh never applied for one mercy petition, though he was asked, would you like to apply for a mercy petition? He rejected. He said, no, I'm not interested. So there are people like Udham Singh, Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, so many of them. We can keep on counting the names. So they all deserve credit. They all need to be talked about. And definitely the stature of India increased in 2014. I will, second what Nigam Saab has said, the India becoming a superpower, India becoming a global power, and recognition of India as a global power came after 2014 when Prime Minister Modi took over. There can be no doubt on it. Look at the geopolitics around you. That validates it. And as far as that word beak is concerned, that only Ms. Kangana Ranaut can clarify. Even personally speaking, I don't agree to that word.
Okay, all right. Well, Deshatan Nigam, then if
BJP is a cadre-based party. When somebody raises uncomfortable questions which are against the party line, they are not thrown out. You look what happened to Captain Amarinder Singh after 50 years, 50 saal, 5 decades. So these things do not happen in BJP. There is no parivar, there is not a Modi parivar. You cannot say anything against that. So if Mr. Gandhi has decided to take a line which is not corresponding to the party's line, It is his political decision, and he has to kind of live with it. He has a option to be in the party, has a option to form his own party, or look for his political options, and which are there. Now, the thing is that if you work in a cadre-based party, or if you work for a cadre-based party, you have to be in the party line. But at the same time, it doesn't go the Congress way that the day you open the mouth against the Parivar, you will be shown the door, even if you're 50 years a Congress loyalist. If you're a Maharaja of Patiala, you will meet the same fate. All the people who have left Congress and have been able to do something only when they have formed their own party. Start from P.A. Sangma and go down the lane. There are numerous examples. So for Mr. Gandhi, he has to decide his own political future, his own political ambitions. Maybe he's very ambitious. Maybe he doesn't want to wait. Who knows? That only Mr. Gandhi can tell. Maybe his ambitions are skyrocketing.
Okay, Deshnatan Nigam, your views on the